Hey guys, Taro here, bringing you a 1v1 today. This is from the GCS2 Qualifier 2 round 1 between Jett versus ikab. ikab putting everyone on notice with his performance against Hans during the last qualifier and almost taking him out. Here we're going to see him against Jett. This was rank 11 seed Jett versus 22 seed ikab. Jett as US forces, he's got infantry, heavy cavalry and recon support. Nice to see a bit of USF instead of Soviets. Meanwhile ikab has Firestorm, Special Operations and Luftwaffe ground forces. So he's got the Kubel early. Try and put some pressure on these riflemen with it. Rifleman making a attempt for this. Oh yeah, and he selects a commander, goes for infantry company. Looks like he wanted the sandbags. Putting them in an interesting position. Most players put them up here on the spawn, but he was going for this angle here. Oh, and he's taking a lot of damage from that Kubel. That's been cutting him up. Got a couple nice bursts while he's planting the sandbags. Did a lot of damage. Similar in this situation here. ikab should be able to win this. He's got the full 5 models firing versus only 3 for Jett. And on top of that, I think this is a better range for the Fox Grenadiers, so Jett really just stalling here in this position. This engagement continues to soldier on, but you can see here Jett's dropped 2 models. ikab's dropped 1 though. I mean, this is Code 2. Anything can happen in these engagements if you get lucky or unlucky enough, depending on the if you're on the giving or the receiving end. This Kubel though continuing to stay relevant, doing some good damage here. Rifleman got the neutralize on the munitions, but he doesn't have control of his own munitions point right now either. He's taking a lot of manpower bleed here. A lot of health damage on these riflemen as well. Bring them around the side to try to get the flank on, but double focus fire on them. They're going down quickly. Oh, and he lost this. Almost lost this. And this engagement went horribly wrong. That is just a disaster start for Jett. He's actually going for an ambulance right now, which is unusual because this is, I mean, I don't know, he's not going to be able to do much healing. Doesn't have any units. So that's disrespectful. I apologise. He's going to be able to heal up his 3 squads very effectively here. Looks like he hopped back in thinking, oh, you know, if I get 2 more bullets connected, maybe I'll be able to get the wipe in return. Doesn't quite manage it. He's actually gone for a captain as well. So, unconventional build. Only 3 riflemen to captain with early ambulance. Probably works out better if you keep your squads alive. You can make better use of the healing from the ambulance. It's not actually a dig, but maybe after losing that squad of riflemen, he should have reconsidered making the ambulance. See, it's not going to be able to get enough value out of it. And ikab going for the 4 Grenadiers on top of the Kubel. Very aggressive. Looks like he's got his truck and he's about to plant it down. Gotta be mechanized. Same as we saw against Hans, who also play US forces on the very same map. Oh, incendiary grenade. I didn't even see that one pop off. Forces retreat on both of those. An unsuccessful push He's really feeling the effects of not having enough units right now. So he's trying to branch out to the north now. I think that's probably the best way to go. Because running into all these units behind heavy cover, not going to have much success. The echelon's coming up here. Didn't get the minesweeper on it yet. And there's a mine right there. It's pretty standard, you know, as use forces that you just get this like straight away. And he's about to get punished for it. 2 models down. Gonna hurt him as he tries to push out through the north. A lot of fuel coming in for ikab. This guy's looks in production now. Jay trying to stay away from these squads as he pushes this unit out of the building. Jay's, you know, he's still got to get like 40 fuel to get a Stuart. And with his current income, that's going to take him 4 minutes. So, at this stage, he's got to be thinking, what can I do? How can I rectify the situation? Might have to get an AT gun. One advantage of going for this commander, you know, you don't have to take weapon upgrades. Get those M1919s without having to spend fuel, so that's a little bit of fuel saved there. He will be able to get 1 bazooka on his captain as well. So maybe if he gets that at some point, he'll be able to buy enough time. Maybe if he gets like a lucky rifle grenade as well. Just to hang in there. Long enough to get a Stuart out. Oh, late retreat. Looks wants to chase, but there's some pathing issues there, it looks like. Unable to chase. Kugel takes a 50 cal fire there in the base. Looks like this squad of riflemen is going to beat these 2 squads here. And actually, they have a pretty unfavorable retreat path right here. This one model, an extremely late retreat. Should be able to wipe it if he focuses it. It looks like he's trying to. Gets an AT grenade, but doesn't retreat until perhaps too late. I kept chasing, but looks is missing. Ooh, that was a close call. Jett picks up the wipe and narrowly avoids 2, both on his rear echelons and his rifleman. Oh, now he loses Kubel as well. Or maybe not. Oh, there it goes. Close call. So I think, you know, on the back of those 2 losses, now Jay's right back in this match. Some M1919s coming in on these rear echelon. Oh, briefly started a second ambulance. So, you know, things are looking up. ikab does have enough for another to get a Puma right now, though. Ever since Stuart's shell shock stopped stunning, just doing the blind and main gun disabled, the Stuart has struggled against the Puma quite a lot. So it's going to come down to really support play for Jett. If he wants to get the most out of that Stuart, he's got to have squads nearby for rifle grenades. He's got to have his captain nearby for some supporting bazooka shots. If he wants to repel this light vehicle onslaught. Comes the bazooka down to the bottom now. Going to be able to get 1 hit in, looks like. Oh, he just got in there before he captured the fuel. M1919s are there though. It's like an attack ground attempt there for Jett. Doesn't connect. And this could actually be a wipe. Going across the road. Captain does some damage. Oh, he has to reload though. At the worst possible timing as he crossed the road. Almost every model on that squad had to reload. End up doing almost no damage. Zuka gets in for another hit. Stuart coming in now. Looks like it's heading towards... He looks, but let's pull back for repairs. The squad in jeopardy of going down on retreat. He gets out a little bit late, but I think he's going to be okay. Here comes to Stuart. Puma closing in with its 50 range. Send your grenade into that building. Rifleman coming in at 2 men to threaten the AT grenade. Oh, but those Volksmedias taking a lot of damage. M1919 rear echelon squad doing some good work. So he's going to bring it over here to get some double speed repairs on that. Ooh. Yeah, Rifleman retreats. Puma going to go in for the kill. Oh, he spots at long range. Gonna jump back in there with the vehicle crew. Oh, what is he doing? Okay, he gets in now a little bit late. Third shot. A little bit late on the reactions there for Jay. He's got one more M1919 now. Backs all the way back to base. Right in the back to do the repairs this time. Well, it was a good thought because, you know, if he could repair it up and bring it out, both these light vehicles on low health could have pushed them off. Got a lot more map control on the back of that, but as it happened, you know, the Puma's got pretty good line of sight on it. Spotted at long range and got a few hits in. Could crawl to this side, outside of the machine gun's arc. Oh, he gets pinned. Just trying to find an angle out of his base now. Very hard. And you know, not having any access to a flamethrower here makes dealing with these buildings quite a trouble for Jay. So he's got himself a mortar right now. Puma back for repairs, looks back up to full. Joe gets a good hit in. On for Lieutenant as well as Jay. So we're not going to see any medium tanks from any time soon. But you know, gets that free squad, maybe he wants access to the machine gun. Having gone for this commander, you know, can't airdrop one in like we see quite commonly on the airborne commander. Oh, I think he could get up there for an AT grenade. No, it's not going to bother. Save his munitions. Okay, that heavy cover finally gets destroyed. Steampineers have to retreat on the back of that. Well, he's charging in here as ikab. I think this is a mistake. Stuart doing a bit of friendly fire there. Oh, and he gets wiped on retreat. Stuart going to continue the chase, hoping to get a little bit more model bleed. This rifleman also going to go down on retreat. Very risky, you know, capping up here in the north when your opponent's got something that can chase it down. Now he's going after the ambulance. He's trying to retreat out of there. Okay, I'm going to continue the chase. Puma and Stuart duking it out.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
So both of them losing a squad there.
All done over here.
Okay, keeping the VP pressure on. As well as the resource pressure. Jay now getting a machine gun. He's got quite a lot of manpower right now. So also got enough munitions for another M1919, so maybe he's going to have to get a anti-tank gun.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders.
Oh, Puma connects long range. That was a pretty lucky hit.
Come on, boys, listen up.
So they just have the bar. Thought he might put an M1919 on them as well.
Enemy squad. 300 points remaining.
These squad's hesitant to push in though.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
Lieutenant is pretty powerful.
Gun batteries report barrage strikes now available in your sector.
Looks arriving though. Turns the tide.
A capture point is being overrun.
Now some pretty good control in the center on the back of that mortar and the 50 cal. Now he gets the AT gun as well. So things looking up for Jay.
They're flanking us.
Be interesting to see what he gets his next unit. He's still floating a bit of manpower. It looks like ikab going to go for infantry support gun to try and break up the support weapon play in the middle from Jay. I think that's a pretty good idea. Could have gone for the walking Stuka, like we saw from Von Ivan. Sure, getting some big hits in here, doing some really good damage. To Vet 2, 8 kills now. Whom are finally moving in response. Oh, he gets a Faust and he's going to have to use shell shock here. Bazooka's coming in, he pops the shell shock. Puma backing away. And I don't think the bazooka's going to get close enough, but where's that AT gun? It's wheeling its way up the middle, a little bit too late. Not going to be able to get a killing blow. AP rounds popped on the 50 cal. And looks like Jay's hung in there. He's repelled the early push. Started to stabilize. Going for another 50 cal. Okay, still 2.5 command points away from the command panther. Oh, he's actually getting his tech down. Okay. The spot we saw from Hans last tournament, very similar spot covering both the fuel and the cutoff. Does seem to be a pretty good spot, and I often put it here, but quite often like anti-tank guns can sneak up through the middle and shooting at you, but trying to get them up here is just they have to extend that much further this way, which makes them exposed from this angle, or all the way around here, which means they have to back forever to get back to base. So I think that is the superior position. So a little bit further away from like mortar fire and stuff from the middle. Don't know if he spotted that mine going down. Deck structure there does a huge amount of damage. Very late reactions by Jay. Almost no reaction in fact. This time as 2 gets the kill. Oh, that's really tough. Jay to lose a rifleman at this point in time. Oh, and his machine gun. What's he doing? He's going to use shell shock here to get it away. Oh my god, why didn't he use the shell shock? If he blinded this, it wouldn't have wiped the 50 cal. Now it's at risk of getting stolen by these Fox communities. That's a huge misplay from Jay. Getting greedy with the shell shock there. Perhaps saving it for the Puma, but it's a backfire. Puma coming in. AT gun's there. Oh, AT gun can't quite get the killing blow. Tracer grenades going in there. And 50 cal gets stolen. That's a big deal. Jay going for a second mortar. Interesting. He did rebuild that rifle squad. Doesn't have a M1919 on them yet. Oh, this building's super low. Looks like infiltration grenades coming in here. Going after the machine gun. Building very close to collapse now.
Our supply lines have been cut. Americans are making a push. Infantry attacking in force.
Is that 50 cal going to work? So question now for ikab, does he go for a Panzer IV? Does he save for something a bit beefier? Having ticked, you know, like right now he could have had a Command Panther out if he didn't tick. Oh, here comes the Puma. Very late to activate Shell Shock once again. Oh, he activates it now. Oh, and he gets the block in, but... Is that the end of the Puma? Yes. Bazooka's there, so is the AT grenade. Looks could go down here as well, and it does! Double light vehicles. Down for ikab, one for J. Lieutenant got away here in the south as well. LEIG gets decrewed in the middle. But that's a Panzer IV for ikab. Where's that mortar at? Okay, repositioning now to open up. ISG's been recruit, but J well on top of it, gets out very safely. However, I think J is, yeah, he's ticked up major. He's got about enough fuel for a Sherman. So I think there was a window, you know, I think if Von Ivan was playing that, he definitely wouldn't have ticked tier 4. Would have gone for Walking Stuka instead of the ISG, and I think he would have been just about right on the timing of the Command Panther following that. And I think overall that's probably the strongest strategy. He's got double mortars trying to barrage out that tech structure. AT gun nowhere near though. They could be in trouble. So here comes the Panzer IV. Upgraded with the machine gun as we speak. Oh, and he got close enough to call in time on target. Is that tech structure going to go down here? Repositioning one of the mortars, has to give up. Still on about quarter health. AT gun sitting up here. Can he kill it? It's a race. What is this? What is this M1 up to? He's been very slow getting it up here. Oh, and the mortar actually gets decrewed. Probably like 2 or 3 shots away from death. Now this 50 cal's in jeopardy. M1's there. Oh, he activates the arm piercing round slightly too slow for the first shot and it bounces. Oh man, if he activated that a little bit earlier for the first shot, that could have been a dead Panzer IV. It's not guaranteed, but better chance. Unfortunate there. Jay did suffer quite a lot of losses though. He's lost his lieutenant. I think he lost another rifle squad, didn't he? Yes. In comes the Sherman. He's going to try to get the killing blow on this tech structure. Well, the Panzer IV is out for repairs, and it looks like it's going to be successful. Question is, at what cost? Oh, is he going to lose both his mortar teams here? That's a lot of manpower that could be turned around here. P4's back, ready to rumble. Jay leaving this on armor-piercing rounds, just in case that P4 comes up for a fight. M1's already backed away a long way, not there for support right now. He's backed it away right to base. But the P4's not going to chase. Look at army sizes. No, Jay just popped out of his tank, so it's not a true representation, but looks like about a 10 supply lead for ikab. He's also starting to stack quite a lot of veterans here on these units, whereas Jay's having to rebuild a few of these. There's also a lot of mortars, which are going to be turned into fuel. So that's a pretty big loss for Jay right there. If he could get away with one of those mortars, I think his chances would have been a lot higher, but as it stands, it's tough. P4 running straight down the middle, going to run right into the M1. We're going to get 2 hits in here. No, doesn't use attack ground. G-men in the north forcing away squads. Forcing the P4 to come in on one shot. Less health than full. And I think he got close enough for an AT grenade there. Limiting the mobility. M1's still in the middle, but could push up through here, get some shots in. No. Not going to risk it. Ends up losing this eventually. Jay getting very low on VPs, 133 remaining. Double Raketins coming in for ikab, that's going to bolster his anti-tank a lot. He's still got control of his ISG and range of these team weapons in the middle as well. We're salvaging up a storm here. Getting close to the amount of resources for that command tank. Sherman pokes his head forwards with a explosive equipped. Their Raketin takes its first shot and misses, but now Jay's like, oh damn, I got something else to be worried about. Double 50 cal for Jay. And I suppose this is pretty strong considering his opponent doesn't have the walking Stuka. Unusual to see them both in the middle though. I would expect one to try and camp the south, try hold on to that area of the map. It's like Jay wants to make some kind of attack on the north. Just taking his anti-tank gun up in support, but that does leave his team weapons in the middle exposed right now to the Panzer IV. Where is this going? The Kitten is there. Oh, he's got close enough for a Faust as well. Late reactions by Jay. P4 blitzing up there. Still on high explosive rounds as well. Oh, when that goes down. Yeah, the Raketins coming in there. Late reactions, as I said, by Jay. Didn't manage to avoid that Panzerfaust. And even once he did react, you know, could have popped smoke to try and smoke off the Raketin. Could have switched to armor piercing, expecting the Panzer IV to get up here in response, but didn't do either of those. Ooh. Oh! It's a big loss. I don't know if Jay can come back from those two losses, the Sherman and the captain going down there. It's going for a pack out, so that didn't Received some buffs. Haven't seen it in too many games so far, but does seem to be very strong. Very low on VPs though. It's going for a Jackson as well. It definitely needs, you know, access to smoke to try and cap these points, because the machine guns are locking them out of their VPs currently. Oh, what's he doing with the M1? Wow, ikab actually going for the KT, not even thinking about the Command Panther. No armor piercing rounds equipped by J. Couple shots bouncing there. King Tiger going down the middle. Oh, he took a big shot there, trying to get in range for the AT grenade. Has to back away. Almost lost the squad too. Where's that pack outs at? What? Did he cancel it? Did it die? Yeah, I must have cancelled it. Now ikab with a machine gun in a very aggressive position. King Tiger laughing at the M1, but M1 pops down piercing rounds now. Jackson joining in, missing its shot long range. Regionals look like they're going to be able to squeeze around the side of the suppression here. Should be able to force away that machine gun, but oh, he's going to lose this. Didn't react, didn't retreat. Double Raketins now creeping down the middle. $33 VPs left for J. Oh, double Raketins open up. Both of them connect on the Jackson, doing heavy damage. M1 gets decrewed by the King Tiger. J trying to recrew it, but has to sacrifice the squad to do so, and gets decrewed immediately by the King Tiger, and now destroyed by the Panzer IV. Jackson coming in, but this is over. Well, ikab got off to a really strong start in this match, and Jett fought valiantly, got his way back in. I think he made some good build decisions, also helped by the fact that ikab went for the ISG and built his tech, which, you know, slowed his advantage a little bit, didn't keep the pressure on so much, allowed J back into the game, but a couple careless losses for Jett end up costing him the match. Very well played by both players though. Good game.